Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Warm greetings to all. Every individual on this planet arrives with untold divine potential. This reflects the belief that God created humans in His own image, and of the 8.4 million life species on our mother planet, humans are the most evolved. Since they are divinely endowed with exceptional intelligence and reasoning power, they have a responsibility to exercise the very best choices in protecting the environment and its diversity of life. 6 scriptures inform us that foundation of dharma or faith is compassion, and that Mother Earth itself rests upon divine compassion in perfect equilibrium. To exploit and plunder its resources and gifts is akin to not respecting one's very own mother. The earth's present suffering is not the fault of governments or individuals alone, but the state of spiritual poverty we have collectively slipped into by amassing and circulating the traits of selfishness, greed, arrogance, apathy, or neglect. What we need is an economy of virtues to trade and invest and grow the qualities of compassion, integrity, contentment, humility, courage, and love, the core qualities. These invisible yet vital resources will enable us to respond with the deep care and commitment which the environmental crisis now demands. Certainly then, we must sensitize ordinary individuals to make wiser consumer and lifestyle choices. But this does not absolve societies, institutions, and corporations who shape the policies, infrastructure, flow of resources, and dominant values by which populations tend to live. Behind all individual and corporate decision-making lies the human mind. To sensitize it to serve and protect the environment, a new relationship must be cultivated between secular and religious modes of explaining creation. Science helps us to understand the impact of our choices on climate change and to devise workable solutions. Yet some of the high-impact activities of governments, such as nuclear testing on land and in oceans, remain unknown to the general public. Scientists alone, however, cannot generate the revolution of heart which is now urgently needed. For this, the world's religious and spiritual traditions provide a repository of wisdom, which is still waiting to be fully harnessed. As Sikhs, all our symbols of empowerment point to a need for humans to courageously awaken from their spiritual slumber and to persevere to make a better world for Sarbat da Pala, the well-being of creation in its entirety. Compassion and contentment, we are taught, are the very qualities which underpin Dharma, the harmonic order of universe, and they must now underpin our intelligent responses to the environmental crisis. We know, for example, that global meat production has a very sizable impact on climate change. In a world where meat has become a leading fast food, both the Dharmic and Abrahamic faiths remind us to apply compassion in our habits of consumption. Scriptural traditions inform us to relate to nature and its creatures with reverence rather than as commodities. Such teachings on life's sacredness guide us to rethink and change our patterns of consumption for the good of all. To close, allow me to state inner change and consciousness must precede outer change. We must seek out timeless wisdom, nurture our minds with virtue, learn to lovingly control it, love unconditionally, stop blaming, condemning, and ridiculing, exercise compassion and forgiveness, practice benevolence and sacrifice, control the ego and embrace humility. Harness the power of sharing, value identity and interdependence, commit to interfaith engagement, relinquish ownership and conserve for posterity, and the world around us will become transformed. Thank you.